Okay, I think we're live. Welcome to the Volairen show. It's Volairen, and we are going to be playing some Stellaris as always. That's what we've been doing lately. You know, just came out with honestly, we just been pumping out the videos on this channel lately. You know, it's been a little slow. You know. But most of the videos I come out with since my channel's inception, they've always started out slow and then they've gained traction later. So right now, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just planting the seeds, and you know, hopefully someday I could get it to where, like, when I release a video, I like immediately get hundreds of views. Every once in a while that happens, but like, you know, so. Like, I think for me, it's all about managing expectations, right? So, like, I haven't consistently been making content this often in a long time. So, you know, naturally, my subscribers probably didn't expect that from me. So, that's okay. Like, for me, like, I just gotta keep working at it, you know. So, but yeah, now that I have a place, I'm established, I have the means to make good quality videos now. So yeah, the last two videos was the start of many. So yeah. And it's honestly, it's been really good to be able to work this hard on my channel. I really missed it. I really regretted having to take all that time off. I mean, you know, I was dealing with a lot of issues, and a lot of them are resolved now. I made the move and everything, and so moving is really hard. It really is. Like, you know, moving at all, like, moving your place of residence is really hard, at least in the States. On top of that, I had a lot of stuff, so I had to move or get rid of said stuff. So that made it even harder. And then I had to, then I moved out of state, so that made it even more difficult. I had to take more time, attention, and planning away from my channel on that. And, you know, so I was just completely focused on the move. And so, you know, now I'm back finally, and I'm able to start working on things again. So I thank everyone has stuck around. You know, I really appreciate it, having faith in me. And yeah, I just want to say, you know, that I want to stay humble, you know, and just be like, hey, the thing is, you know, to keep coming out with content, to keep coming out with videos. Eventually one of those videos is going to land, and it's going to blow up or be successful at least. And you know, so that principle stays the same no matter what. And so I think, you know, hopefully in a few days, like, you know, my horde-based video will get some views. But I mean, the thing of it is, you never know. I never know what a video is going to do, and maybe I didn't make it well enough, so I've got to accept that possibility as well. Actually, I haven't checked it yet. Let me see how it's doing. And by the way, go ahead and turn the chat on. check it real quick. We'll go to studio and yeah, we got some more views on it. Not bad, not bad. And so it's tonight in America, so yeah, you know, we'll just it takes time, and so yeah, it just things just take time, and I can't expect, like, so I'm a very impatient person by nature, which is unfortunate. I've kind of gotten that beaten out of me over the years, but it's still there. So like, I want everything right now, right? But that's not how YouTube works. That is not how YouTube works. Like, it is taken me years just to get the subscribers I have, and so like, you know, all this stuff that usually just takes time. So like, I can't expect to, like, you know, start making videos again after months of not making them and then get lots and lots of views. I mean, yeah, that might happen, but yeah, I can't count on that. But either way, glad you guys are here. Let's get started with Stellaris. And just want to let you guys know that you know, I've been coming out with new content, and so just stick around and watch those videos. If you get a chance, give them a like and a comment. You know, I don't want to beg or anything, but, like, you know, please the algorithm lords would be nice. But you know, whenever you can, appreciate it. So where we're at in the game, had a keyboard malfunction there for a second. So we were gonna take over this guy and this guy. So we're going to vassalize this guy and take over all his other vassals. Seize that. And then we're going to seize this guy here, vassalize him. And so the evil plan is, after we do that, we'll have control over half the galaxy. Still a little tired, but I actually woke up better today than I had previous days. Have recently. It's been getting easier and easier to wake up, which is great. Really like that. Let's go ahead and start running the clock. Have I moved my forces yet? I think it's time. So they've got an entrance here and here. I don't know if they can come through here. But that's why this whole time we're going to be building a hyper relay system. So we'll just be doing that. We need to look at our other fortress world here. I'd like to raise our naval cap here. So I'll let these guys clean them out, but then they need to rendezvous here. I'm gonna have my fleets here, and our economy is gonna dip a little bit. That always happens when we undock the ships. But other than that, we'll be fine. Okay, we can upgrade our Dyson Swarm again. So I don't see why we can't do that. So go ahead and do that. That's going to give us more energy credits. And okay. And I did actually started making a lot of, I made a lot of transport ships. I'm probably going to make even more.
Engaging hostile forces.
I'm going to keep dumping minerals.
We have encountered spaceborne life forms.
You know what? They're here. Gonna clean them out too. You know, maybe I should claim some of these systems. Are these good planets? I can't see. Can't see there either. That's alright, I'll just... Let's look at agreements. So I have one vassal. They're very loyal. I do need to put a Ministry of Truth on them. Forgot to do that. Go. Kind of been half-assing all this stuff. But I get around to it eventually. I think I'm okay with the terms the way it is. Like, I don't really need resources right now. If anything, I want to get them for research and like turn them into a Stellarium. Something I could do. Yeah, so let's just let's run the clock and get the shit done.
We are being hailed. System survey concluded. Blocker cleared.
Take over these systems. Get more resources. Our influence gain is going to go up even more because of that Ministry of Truth, so that's going to be really good. Wrecker's really good. I don't care about debris. So keep seeing faction pop-ups. Like, yeah, we don't need to suppress that faction. We have way too many pops. You almost could just ignore this, honestly. But whatever. So what does this stupid faction want? Okay, it wants conquest, local rivalry. Let me see. Well, all that's about to be reversed. I could have an oppressive subjugation policy and just integrate everybody. Could do that. But I'd rather like convert them to like prospectorums and Stellariums and stuff. That's a much more fun choice. So the troops are here. They're almost in position. We have 21k mineral. So I think we make more armies. More armies. Just stupid amounts of armies. I'm gonna fall on their planets like a rain that never ends.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Okay, 0-point reactor's done. That's good. Gonna help with some requirements. You know, I'm tempted to do dark matter power. Moe harvesting traps is a pretty good choice, though. Because we need to stay ahead of our volatile motes, especially if we're going to get arcologies later on. Yeah, I think we should probably do that. All right, this is where we start making enemies. So, vassals and who did they have a defensive pact? It didn't tell me they did when I checked them. Oh, who is that? Oh, they have 2 planets. Oh, they're not. I'll just... I will crush them. Okay. We're gonna do it. So... Definitely gonna do subjugation.
We have exhausted all diplomatic options.
Okay.
Construction completed. The special project has concluded.
We need to dump our alloys. They don't have any garrison, which is great, so we're going to go ahead and bombard and take that planet. Okay, we've got the system. Where do I want to go from here? Probably, yeah, this way. Okay, they have some troops. Take a couple seconds for that to get
Engaging
that.
hostile
Actually,
forces.
I need to make sure these ships are on indiscriminate. There we go. Good. Actually, this needs to be on aggressive as well, and so does this. Home base should be Zelvnak system. There. Fix that shit. And he needs a tamper. Crap. Careful. Hey Sarah, how's it going?
Knowledge is the key to the universe. Construction completed.
Orbital rings are researched, which is great. I want to get cross-model standardization, but I've already upgraded the species. And weather control systems, but I don't want to pass on habitats anymore. I'm doing pretty good, man. Just released another video today. I'm just gonna keep doing it until something lands. And so the war is going pretty well. Just started. So far I'm in a really good position, I think. So this is tough. I want weather control systems, but I'm tired of passing on habitats, and I wanted them for a while, so we're just going to select habitats. Hopefully we'll get weather control systems later. But I want to be able to influence dump and build habitats. Let's see, keep going here. Hope you're doing well today. So how many troops does this have? Okay.
System survey concluded. Blocker cleared.
Yeah, so this is the other part of war exhaustion that doesn't make sense to me. It says we're equal when I have several systems of theirs and have destroyed lots of their troops. So and
Our
captured a
station
lot
is
of
under assault.
their planets. So yeah. Okay, looks like we grabbed this one. Good. Go ahead and keep going. I think we can be able to grab this one too.
Engaging hostile forces. Evasive maneuvers.
Okay, are you bombarding this? Okay.
Research concluded.
Taking a little longer than I thought it would. Okay, what does this guy have to offer? So 300 consumer goods. Okay, I'll take it. Can't hurt. Okay, so now we can move on.
Construction completed.
Play.
Engaging hostile station.
So Hyperdrive 3 is lead contender right now. Sensors is nice, but I think Hyperdrive movement is better. So, yeah, man, I'm doing great. I've been busy this weekend starting my own reports. I want to be an independent journalist. Time to relax and watch you play Stellaris. My brain is fried. Nice, nice. Yeah, well, good luck with the journalism, man. There's a lot of bad ones out there. I'll just say that. But hopefully you're one of the good ones, man. No, not to get into politics or anything, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, you seem like a pretty good guy. It can be a dangerous job though, especially if you do your journalism in crazy areas, right? I would think.
Our sign ship is under fire.
Okay, so wait, all of a sudden there's an amoeba in territory? Okay. I could bring something back to deal with that. Well, that's good, man. It's good to be non-biased, you know, non-propaganda. I think no matter what your beliefs are, I think really, you know, I've always fought that, like, you know, journalism should be non-biased, but yeah. Anyway, forgive me, but like, yeah, I don't want to talk too much about journalism because that might get into topics that I don't want to talk about on this channel. So, but yeah, dude, like, I respect you, man. Respect for that, for wanting to do that. So let's go here.
Engaging hostile forces. Engaging hostile station.
So these guys aren't moving, so I think I'm just gonna monitor what these guys do, and if they get... Okay, alright, they are traveling through my territory, causing disruption, so I think I will send the smaller fleet after them to crush them, get them out of my territory.
Evasive maneuvers.
So after this war, and thanks for that, by the way. Sucks that I wish I could talk about anything I wanted to talk about on YouTube, but unfortunately it's YouTube and you can't do that. Basically, can't. There are a lot of things you can't talk about. YouTube, if you want to be monetized. So, but yeah, I think, so about the war. So after this, after we take this guy over, we're gonna take him and all his vassals. So we're subjugating this guy right now. After that, this guy over here, little do they know that as soon as we're done with that guy, we're going to come over here and subjugate him as well, forcibly. So, I tried to be nice, but they, well, this person's in the way, and I can't subjugate them, so I either claim all their planets or I just vassalize them anyway, so that was bound to happen. But this guy, I was going to do a federation with this guy. But what this empire decided to do was take this vassal away from me and take that vassal away from me. Peaceably, you know, but you know, diplomatically. But like, you know, we haven't gone to war or anything yet. But like, he basically scooped them up before I could, and because of the crappy Stellaris war mechanics, I was only able to get this much territory. So I'm like, so now I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'll just take you over and I'll get you and you and you and all of this territory. So that's what I'm going for instead of being friends. I was going to be nice. I was going to be nice. But then the other thing, too, is I'm also going to be the crisis. So
Our construction ship is under
vassalizing
fire.
everybody is going to be good. Yeah, this is probably the most despicable thing I've done in Stellaris in a while. Well, some alliances work really well. Like, I've had some pretty powerful federations my time playing this with you know, the computer AI, but like, you know, this is just one of those situations where like, okay, you're leaving me no choice, like scoreboard wise, like, because you've always, if you want to win Stellaris, technically, if you want to get a, you know, victory as it's defined, you know, you got to be looking at this, right? So, you know, you got to be looking at this board, and one of the biggest factors, one of the biggest amount of points that you get is from subject empires right here. So, in fact, I'm going to take a screenshot of this because I'm short about this. But yeah, if you're, and this is kind of a flaw with Stellaris right now, if you don't vassalize and you just like stick to yourself and just try to up your economy and your technology and stuff like that, you're at a huge disadvantage, as you can see here. This is a huge amount of points that you're just not getting. And that's somebody who's weaker than you, right? Like this guy's weaker in economy than me. He's a little stronger technologically, but not much. And he doesn't have as much as I do. But because he has an enormous amount of vassals, even though there are these little small, you know, pissant, you know, insignificant empires, he's racked up 5,400 points, more points than he has in economy, his entire economy. So I really, like I've always said, I've always felt the subject empires score metrics have always been imbalanced. I think they need to bring them down. You shouldn't be able to get a bigger subject empire score than, like, say, your economic score. I think, yeah, they need to rebalance the score system for sure. So that's the other reason I'm doing this, because take these guys off the board, I'm taking their subject away, and that basically is going to ensure my victory long term. Because I'm going to have such a high subject empire score. Not to mention I have a really good economy score, so... Yeah. And it's also geography too, right? Like, I'm pinned in here. I'm, like, stuck here, you know? I can only go this way. I can't go that way anymore because of what they did here. And, you know, they're in the way here, so... You know, that's my other choice, is to vassalize them. Yeah, but like I said, if you don't vassalize, you're losing out on a vast amount of points that will, you know, get you to number one, which is how you win the game, is you end up in year 2,500 with the top rank. So that is how you achieve victory in Stellaris. But now, we were actually going to try to get a different victory this game, though. Even though we could get that victory, we're actually going to do we're going to do Cosmogenesis, but I haven't. I think we have to research that I think we have to research not that. I think we have to research dark matter power. what I think. The dark matter reactor. So I think it's also a good thing to claim lots of black holes, which is kind of what we...
We have detected hostiles.
So we detected hostiles. Where are they at? This fleet is really small. Okay, so indeed, they are able to do the shitty thing and come all the way around here, which that is extremely annoying. So I don't know how I'm gonna defend that. I was hoping that they weren't able to get through this, but apparently they are. Well, I can always build some cruisers. Yeah. I'll just do that. I'll build 10. And that should stop them.
Blocker cleared.
That's the other reason I got hyper relays, so when they try to do dumb shit like that, I can come back.
Construction completed.
What are these guys doing? I forgot to tell them what to do. We're gonna come through. Actually, I'm gonna have these guys come through and shut this off. Like, we're just gonna come through and claim all this. Claim these, so, like, they can't. So I'm gonna try to deny them access to that doorway.
Engaging hostile station.
Okay, we got our last tradition. We got another Ascension perk. This one we're definitely going to save. There are too many good things that we could pick that we just aren't qualified for yet, like our ecology project. You know, we could do Voidborn as well. Voidborn's a good one. Or the Colossus project. But we need Titan technology. But I think really either Voidborn or Ecology. Yeah, so we'll just leave that as it is.
Red alert. Spaceport under fire. We have lost a space.
And this is the real dumb shit. Like, his fleet is so small, but he's doing this. God. Yeah, tributaries is good. The only reason I don't really go for tributaries that much is because, you know, I have the Overlord DLC, so I like to turn them into like Prospectorums and Scalarums and stuff. Much more lucrative in the long run. But tributaries, that strategy definitely works too. It just depends on what DLC you have and stuff. But yeah, those Prospectorum
engaging hostile
subject
forces.
types and Scalarum is really powerful if you can get it going.
Blocker cleared. Engaging hostile station. Red alert. Spaceport under fire.
Okay, so Go ahead and stop these guys. Yeah, I mean, you know, the DLCs altogether, they are expensive, but like the thing is you don't buy all the DLCs all at once. I mean, you can do that, but like what I'll tell you what I did. It's, you know, I picked and choose, right? I was like, okay, I got an extra 20 bucks here. You know, let's buy Utopia, right? I want to mess with Dyson Swarms and matter decompressors and really that is the best. Besides, that is the best DLC in the game, hands down, right now. Nothing has ever come close to beating it, other than maybe Machine Age and maybe though I say this controversially, Overlord has come close to even being as close to as useful as yeah. Yeah, I mean but Utopia is amazing. So like honestly, like so if I were to, that's what I would do if I were getting into DLCs. I'd look at each DLC and I would just maybe pick one a month or, you know, one every once in a while and just you know, keep trying them out. That's what I did. Over the course of a couple of years, I was like, okay, well, this DLC is good. It was worth my money, so I'll try this one. Okay, that was good. I've only had a couple duds where like I bought it and I was like, I regret buying this DLC. Humanoids was one of them. I was like, wow, there's nothing in here that I care about. I was expecting more. But like other than that, and that was a species pack anyway, you know, kind of get what you pay for with the species pack. But yeah, I highly recommend if you don't have any DLC and you want to get some, I highly recommend Utopia for sure. That's an amazing first DLC to pick up. It unlocks a lot of really good mechanics and playstyles and origins and just a ton of content that really I think the base game is sorely missing, you know, especially a lot of themes and concepts and stuff, such as hive mind, such as, you know, such as hive mind and gestalt consciousness and you know, certain mega structures and things like that.
Engaging hostile forces.
But yeah, Utopia is a good first one. If you don't want to think about it and you're like, just what DLC should I get first? I would go with Utopia, and then like so for the vassal types, if you're interested in making your vassals really powerful, and really like subjugation, I would go for Overlord. Overlord has a lot of other good stuff in it too. Can't name it off the top of my head. It's been a while since I thought about this, but like, yeah.
Red alert. Space
Overlord's a good one to pick up. Unless, and this is why people hate on it, you don't care about vassalization, you don't care about subjugation. You know, in fact, you don't even like those mechanics and you want them out of the game. So if you're like that, then Overlord definitely isn't for you. But like, if you like subjugation mechanics in this game, which I do, they just need to be retweaked a little bit. I think you'd really enjoy Overlord. Another good one,
engaging hostile station,
I think, is got the selection crap. They're all scientists. Let me see if I can pick him. And of course, I don't have enough Unity, so there goes one of my science ships.
We have detected
honestly,
hostiles.
At this point, I really don't care that much about leaders. My empire is so powerful, it's like, yeah. Okay, so that is a bigger fleet. That's annoying.
Blocker cleared.
So they're doing exactly what I feared that they were going to do, which is basically do the backdoor bullshit and yeah, do this crap. So I think I'm gonna have to take this, and looks like that's where it's directing me to go anyway, to swing in here, take all this stuff. So, but the next DLC that I would recommend,
Red alert, spaceport under
for
fire.
sure, is Synthetic Dawn. Now
We have lost a
okay,
spaceport.
Machine Age, definitely, yeah. I'll say yeah, Machine Age. I would get that, especially if you like cybernetics, that kind of thing. Machine Age, honestly, I recommend them both. Machine Age and Synthetic Dawn. Synthetic Dawn still has its value. The reason Synthetic Dawn is really good is because it gives you access to some of the coolest origins, or some of the coolest civics in the game. Determined Exterminator, Driven Assimilator, and Rogue Servitor. Those are very powerful, game-changing, playstyle-changing civics that really you're missing out if you don't try those out. They're some of the most popular civics and builds in the game right now, especially Rogue Servitor. So, like Rogue Servitor alone, I would get Synthetic Dawn just for that. It's that powerful. So, like, it's that fun to play. So, but yeah, so that's the thing I never understood. People were like, well, Machine Age makes Synthetic Dawn obsolete. It absolutely does not. I'm here to tell you that, like, just those 3 civics alone would make Synthetic Dawn worth getting, and you can't get those from Machine Age. So you need to get them both, honestly. I highly recommend getting them both the Machine Age and Synthetic Dawn together is just a really good package. So that's what I would get next after that. As far as the rest of the DLC,
Engaging hostile
trying
station.
to remember this off the top of my head. See, another really good one. Trying to think.
Blocker
So
cleared.
I know I'm missing something,
Engaging
but
hostile forces.
I can't
Red
remember
alert,
what.
Spaceport under fire.
But those are the best ones. Some of the less useful ones, but still good, still okay. Federations, especially if you like Federations and you like the current Federation mechanics, Federations is a must. And it does bring some good features to the table, such as for example, trade leagues. Oh, yes, I knew I was missing. Okay, one of my favorites, and honestly, it's sad that I can't, put these all together and I got to put them in order, but the next one I would buy for sure, especially if you are interested or if you've ever enjoyed playing a trade build or doing anything with trade, I would get Megacorp in a heartbeat. And even if you don't do a lot of trade, I would still get Megacorp because they have a lot of good mega structures, and they also, I believe that's where arcologies come from, so or Ecumenopolises, and that alone would make Megacorp worth getting, in my opinion, because arcologies are really powerful and really fun to play with. But yeah, Megacorp is another must-have. Like, I could not, like, I would not want to play this game without Megacorp for sure. And
Engaging
just
hostile
Megacorp
station.
empires are
We
very
have
fun to
lost
play
a
as well.
spaceport.
Like, if you like the Ferengi, if you like the Ferengi in Star Trek and were amused by them, then or you you like Aliens versus Predator and the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, you get to play that if you get Megacorp. Basically, that's what you're doing. You're just making a galactic corporation, you know, capitalist corporation. So that's the value of Megacorp. Yeah. Let's see here. All right, I gotta pay attention to the war for a second here. So where's that big fleet? Where'd they go? So wait, they went over here. Oh my god, I hate the computers so much. Look at this annoying shit that they're doing. Coming all the way over here. Just... Okay. Well... I have the alloys to do it. And I have enough resources I can just keep buying in, or I can just keep selling them. Hey Balin, how's it going? So we need to go back to the capital. You know what? I need to bring him here. Or there. That's actually what we need to do with that fleet there. And then, okay. So we need to actually bring them over here. We should bring them.
Red alert. Spaceport under fire. Engaging hostile forces. Engaging hostile station.
Alright, so these guys are about to get their butts whooped.
Construction completed.
So we have 25% war exhaustion right now, so it looks like the war is going well. I don't know what was happening in this war. It was pretty dumb. Let me see here. So they are being annoying here. They went back. So they're traveling pretty fast with the hyper relays, fortunately. They're coming back this way. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and take these. All right, just roll the. Well, I'm new to the game and I've been having trouble with the archaeo weapons cost. When I am doing my fleet, is there any way to cancel the use of them? The computer, click auto upgrade. Sadly, my friend, I have really never messed with the archaeo weapons. I've never found them interesting, unfortunately. I will tell you. So are you saying that there's a way to cancel the use of them? So auto upgrade, basically what you're going to have to do, I think, is probably not, like I said, I've never messed with archeo weapons, but for example, this is on auto upgrade. You might have to off click that and just update them manually. Take the time to update them manually. I have to do that sometimes. But yeah, I mean, for me personally, I've never really ran a situation where I've needed to use those weapons, so I would just suggest in the future to just ignore them. I mean, yeah, I'm sure they're an advantage if you can use them, but it just seems like they're more hassle than they're worth. Like, kind of. But then again, I've never tried them, so maybe I'm, you know, maybe I'm biased, or I don't know what I'm talking about. So, but I know for sure that if you uncheck auto upgrade and just update them yourself, I believe that would probably fix that problem, most likely. Hope that's what you wanted to hear.
Engaging hostile station.
Now, they did a lot of damage to my fleet. What is going on here? But I did still beat them up pretty good. So let's see what happened here. As I predicted, I didn't lose any cruisers. And that's really what I care about. I don't care about the destroyers. I don't care about the corvettes. Like, I just care about my cruisers. And it looks like my cruisers handily destroyed them. So, as you can see, all these frigates, dead frigates, oh, so satisfying. I'm going to take a picture of that. I love seeing this. Eat shit. Eat shit, frigates. See right here? Eat shit, frigates. Like I was telling you in my ship design video. Yeah. If you get carriers, this is gonna happen when they try to do this bullshit. Because they will. So if I wasn't running carriers and I was just running like just regular cruisers, these guys would have torn me up for sure. Frigates are a direct counter to bigger ships that aren't carriers. So yeah, and if you're playing against a computer and you're using bigger ships, they will use this against you every time. It's just inevitable, matter of time. So anyway, so I only lost small ships. That's not a big deal. So what we can do, you know, we could almost like monohull this. Well, I think we definitely need to reduce the amount of destroyers in our fleet for sure. So 10 destroyers and 10 corvettes, I think, is reasonable. We just up the amount of cruisers that we have, and I think now I don't want to get any more fleets because we are a lot of energy credits being spent. So something else. We need to make orbital rings. Should be fairly easy. And Bohar Prime. Where was that? And I also think that they are some sort of useless, and it's a little bit tedious to make them myself. Yeah. My mistake, I was referring to the auto-generated design. Is there any way to let the computer design my fleet without using those weapons? Unfortunately, you have, as far as I know, you have zero control over what the computer decides to pick and choose as your primary weapons, or as your components for your ships. So that it is for that reason why I recommend making your own designs and using those instead. You don't even have to off-click auto-generate designs. You can have those auto-generated designs in case you want to use them, but like honestly, I just go to new design and I make new ships. That's all I do with there. You know, sometimes I don't want to think about it, and like in the beginning of the game when you don't have a lot of components to work with anyway, you can just let the computer make your ships for you and just use those. But then at some point, like especially when you get cruisers, when you get cruisers, you're going to want to start making carriers, and the computer is not going to be able to make those for you. You're going to have to design those yourself. So that's kind of the other reason I recommend designing them yourself. Also, you know, you may be trying something. You may want to try something different, or you might want to counter your opponent, whoever that is. That would be a case where you would need to design your own ships as well. But the good news is now with the computer, the computer generated designs usually aren't that bad. They're not great, but they're actually in some cases. So there's other instances where I've noticed that the auto ship designs, they tend to directly counter empires that you could be facing. So if you ever notice that they might pick point defense sometimes, and then other times they just go straight autocannons, or they pick some other weapon that, like, you know, you're like, why are they picking this? But then you look at the other fleet and they've got the exact opposite of that. So that's something I've speculated over the years about the auto designs. I think they also take counterplay into account, which is why they may be trying to do that. It's just the problem is that that doesn't always work, you know? And see, I like to go for weapons and components that I don't have to worry about being hard countered. You know, I like setups where I can just build them, not have to think about them, and just march across the map with them. You know, like what I've designed here. They may not be the strongest. Absolutely, they may not be, you know, the most meta, quote unquote, or have the most min-max stats, but they get the job done and they march across the map with the least amount of headache and time wasted, you know, in the ship designer window. So yeah, and also, I don't know about anybody else, but I am not a fan of adjusting and upgrading and switching out my fleets every single time I've had to fight a new empire. I'm just not a fan of that. I am not a fan of like constant counterplay. It seems very frustrating. Yeah, like, so yeah, I highly encourage now. Sarah, are you saying that you've never made your own ship design? I tell you, man, if you haven't, I highly encourage you to do so, dude. Like, I encourage anybody to you know, start making their own ship designs. Just follow my ship design video. That's all you got to do. just look up my ship design guide. The newest one, not the older one. Older one's kind of out of date. Still relevant in some ways, but out of date in others. But I would look at the newest one and just follow that. Now, unfortunately, in that video, I didn't really have a lot of time to tell you like how to actually use a ship designer, but I believe I have other videos explaining that. So have a look. Now, our next move here. So we're gonna take these guys here. Okay, they withdrew. Probably knew that they were about to get their butt kicked. So have them take these back. So that's where they're moving. They're gonna try to come back here and take this, I think. You're welcome for the tips, man. Anytime, dude. Anytime you want to come by. The first game I played that's like this, more so I've been dealing with slowly learning to manage everything else. Yeah, like, Stellaris is really a slow learn. It really is. Like, you have to take your time with Stellaris, absolutely. You know, you can't learn Stellaris in one day. It's just impossible.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Yeah, well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. You know, leave comments, leave likes if you can. You know, any bit helps, and I'm glad I was able to help you. Okay, so we have plasma thrusters, exotic gases. Okay choices. I was hoping that anti-gravity would pop up again, but we definitely want this, for sure. We want faster ships. Now...
Engaging hostile station.
Let's go ahead and surrender that. Guard that. We gotta bombard this one. They got 400 on them. I'm not even doing anything with these transport ships. Probably I could go here. Yeah, I could probably take this transport ship in here and invade this planet. How much does this planet have? They have 400 as well. Might be able to. We'll see. So... they still have 90 accept, or minus 90 acceptance. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this fleet here and kind of flush these bastards out, take over this territory here. Alright, they got a fleet coming to try to save their planet.
Cancel agenda available.
Engaging
They're gonna
hostile
get
station.
smoked, I think, hopefully. See the battle.
Engaging hostile forces.
They did some damage, but I didn't lose. See, again, I didn't lose any cruisers. They lost 11, dude. Like, yeah, like, they lost 11 cruisers. I lost none. I lost a couple small ships. But yeah, this strat that I give in my ship design video, it definitely works. At least for this build that they're running. And so yeah. Do you think humans will even meet level 1 on the car ship scale? I mean, that depends on a lot of different things. Whether we blow ourselves up in the next 5 years, that's one factor for sure. No secret, and that's the most I'm going to talk about it. But yeah, like, so we got to get over that hurdle, that Fermi paradox hurdle that we're facing right now. But I think if we don't blow ourselves up in the next 5 years, I think that we will definitely get to a point where we can get there for sure. Well, what I think, well, I don't think we'll ever do, we're not going to do level 1 perfectly for a long time, I think. But I think what I really think we should focus on is not so much being level 1, but like being level 1 enough to where we don't need to use all of the planet. We can just use like maybe 50% of it. Like, so one thing we could do, there's been an interesting idea floating around in the science and futurism community about basically, you know, making so many solar panels across, like, say, the Sahara Desert or whatever, or any of the other big deserts in the world, to the point to where it basically powers everything around them. So if we could get something like that going, we almost wouldn't even need to be like type 1 per se. Another thing that would allow us to do it is, you know, if we suddenly made huge advances in geothermal technology, meaning like basically we stick rods into the core and get our energy from that. I mean, that's one way, but that would take a tremendous amount of technology that we just don't have right now, especially drilling technology. So, like, but I think our best bet is solar power on the planet for sure. Yeah, I think solar power. I think solar power is our best bet, honestly. Like, solar power and battery technology, combine those two things, get those really, I think we can get those good enough to where we're basically harnessing all or a large portion of the amount of energy that comes to the Earth from the sun. I think so I think I think honestly what we need to focus on is going from type 1 to type 2, like just almost like skipping type 1 and just go straight to type 2, where we're like we're making, you know, we're basically making a Dyson sphere. I think that's what we should focus on. I don't think, or a Dyson swarm actually would be more realistic. Yeah, but like, so I think really, as I understand the Carter Shift scale, or type 1, you basically use all of the planet's resources. Well, that's, I mean, all of the planet's energy, well, that's kind of a hard thing to quantify, right? You've got solar power, you've got wind power, you've got oil. Like, how much of that do you need? And how much of that is actually there? So those are questions that I don't think we have the answer for. So instead of messing with that, just get as much energy as you need to get to the next step, you know, get to the next level. So, like, we may not need to use all of the Earth's energy to build the Dyson sphere. Or hear me out. We, instead of using all of Earth's energy, we use a percentage of it and then a percentage from multiple different planetary bodies. So either in the solar system or outside the solar system. So, and then build a Dyson sphere that way. So there's other options. You know, we don't have to completely harness just Earth, you know. We could spread out our energy production over, you know, vast distances without even needing to use all of Earth's energy. So I think the technology for a Dyson sphere is actually, sadly, really far off. I think it's actually a lot harder to build than I think even the scientists realize. That's my opinion. The scale of, like, the amount of material alone, let's not even talk about a sphere, just a swarm to cover that much area, like, would require so much material. Like, you would definitely need other solar systems. Like, you would need to be cracking moons and asteroids like crazy, just and on a, you know, on a scale that I can't even fathom. Like because think about it, you're building a shell, or you're building a swarm around a sun, the biggest object in our solar system, that holds 99% of the mass in our solar system. So, like, yeah, so especially something like a ring world, for example. Ring world's another example of what I'm talking about here, where, like, I don't think we really know how much god-awful amount of resources and material, just physical matter, that we would need to pull something like that off. You know, like a ring world or a Dyson swarm. Like, the distances involved, just, yeah, it's gonna require humanity to be in a place that, like, we would need to be a multi-planet faring civilization for sure. And we would need space travel and ships, and not just space travel, but, like, the ability to travel very quickly inside, you know, the solar system, for sure. Like impulse power, basically, is something we would absolutely have to have, you know. But yeah, as far as being type 1, I think being type 1 isn't as important as being a multi-planetary species, for sure. But let me go ahead and... So you got me going there. So they're still bombarding, I think. Okay, they're done here. They are bombarding that. They jumped up quick. Now the energy credits are a little concerning. So where is this planet? Where are you at? So we're gonna take construction ship, and we're gonna build the orbital ring here. This one definitely needs an orbital ring as well. Yeah, it's just, yeah, like I said, the amount of material we would need to pull off a megastructure, like just any of the many megastructures in this game, just something like Elysium, you know, the orbital habitat in Elysium would take an ungodly amount of material. Well, I have a brighter outlook on the future than I think a lot of people do right now. I still hold that I think we'll get through this. That's what I think. I think we're gonna get through the next 5 years. No. Despite what's going on right now, like I think really, like I said, if we don't blow ourselves up, we're in good shape. Go ahead and make a play there.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Well, I think honestly, here's the other thing about here's the other thing to about Type 1 civilizations, or us being a Type 1 civilization. I think it's more important that we develop new energy technology than it is to actually harness the power of our planet. So I think, for example, if we actually, if we actually master fusion power, I don't even think we're going to need our planet's resources. We just need the land mass. We just need the real estate. That's all we're going to need. Because then we can just plop tons of fusion plants all over the place, and and make even and just go with that. I think is really, so I think that's really what we need to do. And plus, we would need, if we could get, we would need something like a fusion power plant for ships and space travel and things like that. So I really think as hard as it is, and as much difficulty as we're having with it, I think really fusion is probably the way to go. Something like that, or some other, we find some other kind of power source that's clean, that's very powerful, high conversion rate, that kind of thing, that we just haven't previously discovered. Yeah, we can get.
Engaging hostile station.
So we've taken over most of their territory. Still at -69 acceptance. So we're gonna keep hammering them until they accept. Until they accept their fate. So I don't know where this rogue fleet is that I've been chasing. I have no idea where they are now, and I don't like that. Now my question is, do I need to take over all this stuff or just this guy? I'll just keep taking over until their acceptance gets positive. So we need a new... Grab him. Okay, so we got our first orbital ring, which is good. So we're gonna go to this, and we're gonna immediately upgrade it to tier 2. Sure. So that's what
Our
we're gonna start
forces are
doing.
making planetfall.
We need to actually go through our planets again. This is another one that badly needs an orbital ring. That in. Construction ship. Yeah, cheers to the next 100 years. I think that's what you meant, right? Okay. So we'll just start with that. Get those orbital rings built, then we'll build more orbital rings on other planets. So why has this? What the? Okay. Did it, like, stop bombarding for no reason? It stopped bombarding for no reason. That's really annoying. Well, that wasted a bunch of time.
Blocker cleared.
Okay, and then this one. Okay, they took that over.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Our energy credit expenses are kind of alarming. Okay, he's over here. Take those over. I don't see any more bad guys in our territory. That's good. We learned something. Okay, fleet command limit. That's great, but we can't afford any more ships right now. We are really negative, really in the negative. So I'm looking at all these, and I guess we could do command matrix, maybe. Yeah, let's do that.
Engaging hostile station. Our forces are making planetfall.
Oh, this one hasn't been claimed yet. We need to do that one. Let's take a look at our science ships. This one... I think I'm gonna start having scientists man our planets. That's what I'm gonna have them do.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
Sometimes my ships won't have any damage on a planet, or sometimes I've not been able to attach small ship types. Yeah, I'll log off and then start again. Yeah, I mean that's basically, you know, when you run into glitches like that. Okay, so we're gonna take... Troops are still alive. That's good. Now I'm just gonna keep beating them into submission.
Assault. have lost a spaceport.
Okay, we lost a spaceport. Why? Where? I don't see any. Did they really? How did they? Am I really fighting these guys? No. Where did you come from? Oh, I'm fighting these guys. That's stupid. That's alright. Why I have fleets here? Go take care of that.
Our forces are making planetfall.
Finally, they took that over. About time.
Engaging hostile forces. Red alert. Spaceport under fire. We have lost a spaceport. War report. Enemy planet secured.
Alright, I'm gonna follow these guys. I'm just gonna keep going. Now, stupid things gonna happen. I'm gonna come up here, and then they're gonna send a fleet up here. I guarantee you that's what they're gonna do. So what I'll probably do is, with this fleet, once I take care of them, I'm gonna swing down and come through here. Yeah, I could probably do that. See, I'll try to watch the rest of the video later.
Under fire.
Not, I'll check you out on your next live.
Hostile station.
Have a good one. Yeah, take care, man. Alright, we're gonna come in here and grab these. I think. What? Nation of Tilla has closed borders to us? Oh my god. That's really dumb. Okay. Alright, fine. You wanna play that? Okay. What we're gonna do with this fleet is dock. They're gonna stand guard over our empire while we take these guys. Their work is finished, so we're gonna actually have them go this way.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
And over all these planets, make sure there's anything we haven't taken over yet.
Engaging hostile station.
Ooh, Ripper autocannons. Ah, weather control systems. So torn. The thing of it is, this isn't my primary weapon anymore. Autocannons aren't my primary weapon. So I think we can get away with not having those yet, but we do want them eventually. So, but we want weather control system. We want our ecologies. It's only going to help us out in the long run. So, so now we can select a new tradition. We have prosperity, we have expansion, we have synthetics, we have supremacy, diplomacy. Let's see. There's discovery. That would help. Domination. And the empire size reduction for pops would also be very beneficial. But the research speed, I think, yeah, we got to do discovery.
Council agenda available.
Research speed is worth it. So they got their stuff here. I think I will go here.
System survey concluded. Construction completed. Engaging hostile station.
And they did what I didn't want them to do, which was come down here immediately. Okay, so come up and meet them. Yeah, see, this is the typical computer shit. They're like, oh, we see an opening. We have to go through. We see an opening. We have to go through, even though, like, they're still gonna die. Like,
we are being hailed. We have lost a spaceport.
When you could stay at the spaceport. Oh, orbital ring. Chore system. Definitely need to upgrade that to level 2 so we can get the solar ionization and get out of this energy credit black hole that we're in right now. But what we could do in the meantime is sell some alloys. Should be fine, yeah. So that takes care of that problem very easily. We have so much energy or so much alloy production, it's stupid. Let's see here. So military buildup, probably a good idea. Or favored society, or our evolving society. I want to say we're not gonna stop going to war after this. Just gonna keep going. See, this is the shit they do. They play Ring Around the Rosé. They try to get me to chase them in any way that they can. Just try to disrupt and just like guerrilla warfare is the only thing that the computer knows. It doesn't know any other type of tactic, way of fighting.
Red alert! Spaceport under fire. We have lost a spaceport.
Wasting time. So wait. Oh, and see, I told you, I called it right here. See, I called it right here. I told you that they were going to start sending shit through here, and that's exactly what they did once I wasn't here. So, you know, it's... But see, I was ready. I got this guy coming through like a linebacker, ready to plug that gap. So, let me see here. So, all right, so he's taking the territory back. Hopefully he can chase this guy down, get him, but I don't think he's going to, but we can at least chase him out of the system.
Engaging hostile forces.
All right. Tracked him down, crushed him. Good. So, we're going to go ahead. So we're going to come back here, go back there and bombard that. Hopefully take that over. Probably going to use this as well to take
Red
over
alert.
these planets.
Spaceport under fire. We have lost a spaceport.
What's their acceptance at now? Okay, that's better. About halfway. Still got a little bit to go.
Engaging hostile station.
Okay, let's look at our orbital rings. So this one upgraded. So we're gonna do stratospheric ionization elements. Going to greatly increase our energy credits on this planet. It's an absolute powerhouse. This right here is why we want the orbital rings. Now the rest of these, since this is our home system, I'm gonna make shipyards here. We could make habitation modules. Those are actually best in slot, but we could do this as well. This will help our our shipbuilding in this system, which is great. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay. Upgrade this one and this one. And then we'll put stratosphere ionization elements in those as well. This one's really crap. I don't know. Whatever. Why not? So I keep neglecting the excavation. I'm a terrible player.
Engaging hostile forces.
Alright, so we capped our minerals. Sell those. They did it again. What? Fucking... And how did they reappear that quickly?
Engaging hostile station.
That is like ultra annoying. Like, you see this crap. This just... I just beat them. Like, alright. You want to do this? Let's do this.
Red alert. Spaceport under fire.
I'm not doing
We
this
have
dance
lost
with
a
you, dude.
spaceport.
Like, I'm not doing this dance. Keep saying we lost a space. I guess that's over here.
Research concluded.
Oh. Okay, so never mind. You don't have to go here. You can go there because they decided to come back and actually face me.
Engaging hostile station.
Is weird. They really don't want me to bombard this planet. I think that's what's going on. I'm going to have to take all this over first before I bombard. That's just what I'm going to have to do because this stupid hyperlane set up here.
Spaceport under fire. We have lost a spaceport. Engaging hostile station. Engaging hostile forces.
Anti-gravity engineering. There we go. We can start having our ecologies. That's going to be great. By the way, I'm going to end the stream in about 20 minutes. I'm going to meet with a friend, I think. Oh, wow. I did tell you to go here and you didn't. Okay. Actually, we'll take this guy. Oh. Did we not? Oh, we captured it. Oh. What the hell? Capture the system. So I can get the transport ship over to this system. Okay, so let's look at this one. Alright, so we got the ionization and our energy credit production increased by like 200, so that's pretty good. Hoping it's gonna drop more than that, but that's okay. We're about to get this one upgraded, and yeah, we're gonna get all these, or we're gonna get that component in all of these orbital rings. All these orbital rings are going to be getting that boost. So it should fix our energy credits or problem, or at least slow it down considerably. Hopefully I beat them.
Construction completed.
I might be getting countered.
Engaging hostile station.
That's not fun. Okay. Well, that changes things. I guess we're gonna have to go up and... I think we're just gonna have to retreat. Well, that was a black eye. Yeah, we'll just retreat. Ships damaged 1. I lost 2 cruisers. That's not... They lost a cruiser. So what kind of weapons were they using? So they had frigates. They had a lot of frigates. Let's see. Just autocannons and plasma. Nope, they just outnumbered my fleet power. Simple as that. That's all right. You win some, you lose some. We got this fleet here. They're gonna totally crush it. These guys aren't gonna stand a chance. It was really just overkill from the beginning, so.
Engaging hostile forces. Red alert. Spaceport under fire. We have lost a spaceport.
Yeah, I don't think they countered me there. They just had more fleet power. They just happened to have more fleet power. And of course, like sissies, they immediately jumped out. What is this? I don't care. Annoying proposition. Okay. Can we finally take this over now? Is my question. Can we finally take this over? We're going to go ahead and... Hopefully they didn't dump like 500 troops on there while I was not looking. They have done that before. Have done
Red
it before.
alert. Spaceport under fire.
Okay, this is aggravating. Okay, so, wow. This computer, dude. I swear to God. We're gonna take him, and we're gonna clear that guy out. I'm gonna have to come back here with him.
We have lost a spaceport.
Spring around the rosy shit is really annoying.
Engaging hostile station.
None of these choices seem very appealing. I guess we could get code breaking. Might lead to other things, other technologies that we can use. Yeah, I don't care about dead
Construction
leaders.
completed.
I wish
We
there
have
was like
lost
an
a
auto
spaceport.
leader manager, dude. Like leader automation. This game badly needs leader automation. Okay, great. Great. Good stuff. So we're about to
Engaging
get a
hostile
lot more
station.
energy credits.
Our station is under assault.
We're gonna clear this out here.
Red alert. Spaceport under fire. We have lost a spaceport. Our forces are making planetfall. Red alert! Spaceport under fire.
Of course they're going that way.
We have lost a
Why
spaceport.
wouldn't they go that way? So... did my fleet return yet? Let me see. No, there's still... I got 18,000. So they're still missing in action. They return in a couple of years. Unfortunately.
Research concluded. We have lost a mining station. War report. Enemy planet secured.
Bardium. Good. Where are they at? 600.
Engaging hostile station.
Tomb world habitability 20%. That's actually significant. I'm gonna go for it. Let's see. So Research Institute. Yeah, let's grab that. Did I get anti-gravity? No, 13 months. Okay.
Red alert. Spaceport under fire. Engaging hostile station.
Okay. Where did this come from?
We have lost a spaceport. Construction completed. We have lost a spaceport.
And our energy credit problems are significantly better, but not fixed. So, well, nothing we can do right now other than get more planets, more generator worlds. We're really gonna need.
Engaging hostile forces.
Well, we have so much fleet power right now, it's stupid. Okay, we got rid of that fleet. That's good. So we need to get rid of these guys now. This war's taking forever. And I'm about to get wargs on. It's always, it's like clockwork. I can't completely take a... I can't completely take an empire over. It's like down to the wire every single time. And then I barely don't take them over and I get like 90% of their territory. And then I'm not going to get any of these guys. It's really fucking dumb. It's alright, we'll just keep going. You know, just wasting my time the entire war. Like, just make me chase them around. It's just, like really, war should and Stellaris should be fun, but it's not. Like, it's actually a real chore. Like, because of the way the computer is and the mechanics. The way the computer fights wars makes war not fun, really fun at all. It just makes it work. Let me see. Great. Okay, now we can place there, so we're that way.
Research concluded.
All right, anti-gravity engineering is researched. We can get Citadel or Battleship. Absolutely Battleship. We got to secure that win there. Battleship is going to secure us that win. We are going to need to research some more technology, get a Giga Cannon, or most likely a Giga Cannon or some other kind of X-Slot weapon to go with that.
Engaging
but all in good time.
Station.
It is 10:30. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna make sure that this person isn't gonna flake out on me. Give me 1 second. Okay. So just know we're gonna keep going, but just know that like at any time I'm gonna have to quit. Okay, see, you knew they were gonna do that stupid shit. So let me see, they are. We're gonna see where they try to go to. I don't care about this rising unemployment shit. Get out of my face. Okay. They're going here, as I predicted, so we're going to go there, and we're going to catch them.
We are being hailed.
So...
We have lost a spaceport.
So we're gonna... Good, they're not gonna run away. All right, they jumped out, so that's good. So we're gonna go ahead and jump there, then there, right there. So we reached war exhaustion. This is really annoying. And they're stubbornly not getting to positive. So it is looking like, yet again, because of war exhaustion, we are not going to get the cash and prizes that we worked so hard for. So, yeah. Paradox, you need to fix the war exhaustion mechanics. Okay? If anybody's exhausted, it's them. It's not me. Okay? I have beat their ass. They won one battle, and that was because I made a mistake. That simple. How can they force me into a peace treaty when I nearly have everything they have? That makes no sense. Paradox. I'm just gonna, yeah. I have to say something, because this is dumb. This is not the way it should go. Like, I have overwhelming power, and not only overwhelming power, but like overwhelming strategy. I've beaten them at every turn, just about. But yet, I have to basically not win. I have to settle for status quo anyway. So that makes no sense to me. It never has.
Engaging hostile station.
So really, I really hope
Red alert. Space
Paradox, if you're watching
fire.
this, do something about the war exhaustion mechanics, please. Like, you know, because this is not realistic. What's happening here is not realistic. I should be able to, like, I think war exhaustion gain should reach a cap at some point if you're doing well enough. I don't think you should gain any war exhaustion if you are beating them badly enough. That's what I think. So and I've just been steamrolling them this entire time. I shouldn't really be having a lot of war exhaustion, I think. So that's how I feel about it. You know. So it just basically, it just makes things less fun. No. Because of war exhaustion, I'm not going to be able to take the whole vassal block, which is really, really effing stupid. Just really effing stupid.
We have lost a spaceport.
But we'll see how this plays out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll be able to clinch it in the nick of time. You know. And see, so, and then, again, the computer, they have their fleets back already, even though they shouldn't. Like, okay, so, tell me how this makes sense, Paradox. My fleet, okay, it's back, but it took 2 in-game years for that fleet to reappear. And it only took this fleet a matter of days. How is that fair? Explain that to me, Paradox. So now, because this fleet has reappeared magically, you know, in such a short amount of time, they're going to try to go here before I can claim this system and catch them. And they're going to try to go through here and go. I know they're stupid tricks, man. Like, really. So, yeah. I don't mean to be complaining this whole time, but I mean, it's just this stuff has like really put a damper on my fun with Stellaris at times.
Engaging hostile station.
It's like one of the number one problems I have with this game. Like, is yeah, this now fortunately what I predicted would happen didn't happen. You know, sometimes I'm wrong, but like, that very well could have happened. Okay, event chain cosmogenesis. We're going to copy this. Okay, new research options unlocked. So I don't know what triggered this. There's a button somewhere maybe that I'm not aware of or whatnot. I'd like to know how I got to Crisis Level 2 so I could share that with my audience. But maybe it's a year thing. Maybe it's a time thing. So let's look at the situation log. Excuse me. So we have I'm just looking at all the situations here. Let's see. So yeah, I don't see a special button anywhere, like up here or something. You go to situation log, and it just says Cosmogenesis, and that's just says crisis level reached 205. So I guess this might just be a time thing. It really seems like it is. I just, you know, completed the time between events, so. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and bombard. That's a lot of garrison. I will go for the research alternatives. Oh, looks like we need to sell some alloys. What's causing all this crime in my on my planets? What's going on? I'm getting all these crime events. Once in a while is fine, but like, why am I getting so many? We got an amenities, so it's unemployment. So, oh, we have lots of unemployment. That's a problem. So I think... So we're kind of having an overpopulation issue right now. We did research habitats. We did do that, and we are capped on influence. So why don't we just go ahead and make a bunch of habitats? Of course, this is going to be in the way. Take that here and get rid of that. So what I want to know is, can I still make a habitat here? No, I can't. That's the bad part about Dyson spheres or Dyson swarms or spheres. Can't make a habitat. Alright, so we're going to do habitat central. And we're definitely going to make, like, generator stations. Definitely. This is going to be for research also. We're going to do research. So this is going to be for research. Oh, I have caps. That's okay. Mordred. I just label them so when the habitats finally get built, I know what the hell I'm supposed to do with them, you know? By looking at the label there. So we made a couple habitats. We have so many alloys, it's ridiculous. I don't know what to do with all of them, really. Other than sell them and make more stuff. How we doing on the armies? Going down way too slow.
Red alert. Spaceport under fire. Engaging hostile station.
And this shit again. Like...
Red alert. Spaceport under fire. Engaging hostile forces.
So crisis level 3 is 20... Let's go ahead and take a screenshot of that. 256,000 research. And then there's an enigmatic decoder. And that's a component. I don't know what it's a component for. Oh, right. No, this right here. Okay. Chance to hit, tracking. Oh. That doesn't sound very good. Why would I want to put that on my ships? Well, I've got to research something, so I might as well research this.
Engaging hostile station.
175 days until force peace is possible. Yep. Good job. Fucking more exhaustion, man. Good fucking job. What a buzzkill. War exhaustion is like the biggest buzzkill of Stellaris.
Our station is under assault. We have lost a spaceport.
So
we are being hailed.
It's not looking good. I I don't think I think this person I was supposed to meet has actually may have flaked on me. How embarrassing, right? It happens, man. Like, honestly, as a man in this world, and like, you know, my 41 years of being alive, I've never understood. And look, to be clear, I'm not butthurt about this. I was actually expecting this. It happens that often. But like, ever since I was a kid, I have never understood why you would set up a meeting with someone and then not say you were going to do what you were, you know, and not do what you said you were going to do and not show up. I don't know, man. Like, you know, everyone's different, but like, for me personally, when I make an agreement with someone, it doesn't matter, man or woman, it doesn't matter. Like, I make an agreement with someone to show up somewhere, then, you know, then I show up. If I'm not going to, then I don't. I mean, you know, so like, it's, but yeah, it's cool. But, those that are watching, my advice about if someone flakes on you, whether it be man or woman or whatever the situation is, it doesn't even have to be like a date or anything. Like, you know, it could just be like a quote friendly meetup, or just, you know, like you're just hanging out or something as friends or whatever. But like, if someone that acts like they're your friend, you know, flakes on you, and then, you know, does this, I wouldn't be their friend anymore. Like, I would just kind of write them off. Like, you really, if you've got people in your life that make agreements and then they break them, well, me personally, I don't continue to let those people in my life, you know. Now, I mean, something might have happened or whatever. That's the other part of this too. Like, something may have happened. Things do happen, you know, car accident, whatever. Maybe, you know, maybe there was an emergency. Nothing wrong with that. That's cool. So we'll see what happens. But I haven't gotten an answer from this person yet, and our meeting is about 10 minutes away, so I'm probably going to be like, all right, so that tells me pretty good chance that this is a flake. You know, flakes happen. You know, in a perfect world, no one should flake. There's no reason to do it other than like emergencies, and if that happens, you can always let the person know. Like, a text takes like 5 seconds to make. You know, can't make it, sorry. Have an emergency. That was like 5 seconds. You know. So like, yeah. So really, when it comes to flaking, I have a low tolerance policy for it. Like, if someone flakes on me, and especially if I don't know them that well, I'm just like, you're done. You know, like, I have no use for you. Like, you know, you're not trustworthy. Like, but then again, if this person comes to me, you know, after the fact, is like, oh, sorry, I had this emergency, I got away from me or whatever, I might give them another chance, right? But especially if they do it again, that's the thing. You got to have boundaries, right? So my advice to any guy or gal, if you make an agreement with someone, make that agreement. Very important. Do what you say you're going to do. And also, if somebody does that to you, they make an agreement with you and they don't make that agreement, especially if you don't know them very well, that's usually a red flag, you know. And that's why I didn't like stop the stream here and like get ready and do all this, you know, and get all excited, because I know, you know, from past experiences, you know, as I'm sure many of you have, but like, you know, that there's a good chance when you know, when you meet someone for the first time, that they may flake on you. So, my last couple meetings with new people, they didn't flake. So it doesn't happen all the time, but you know, to anybody who does flake, I want to say this. Flaking is a very selfish thing to do if it is not an emergency, because you're basically abusing the other person's time, you know, and their resources, you know, potentially. So it's a very selfish thing to do. And so, like, say I had invested more into this, right? I would have lost all that investment. But see, I was smart. I noticed that they had not texted me until, you know, they have not texted me all this morning. So normally when someone's not going to flake, they usually give you some kind of like notice, hey, or they ask you, hey, are you going to flake, or, you know, are you still good, you know? So my advice also would be, if you think someone may flake, you know, especially if there's someone you don't know, the day that you're going to meet, it's very important that at least in a couple hours in advance, you send them an advance text saying, hey, are you still going to make it? My rule is, if they don't answer that in a timely manner, I assume that they're going to flake, and I just get on with my day, you know, I get on with my life. So, but yeah, this isn't any skin off my back, but I still hate it. I hate flaking. And guy or girl, it doesn't matter if it's a date or if it's an agreement or a meetup. It's like, you know, it's wrong, you know? So don't flake. Flaking is bad. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, flaking is bad. There are a million other things you could do besides flaking. You can message a person, be like, hey, explain them the situation, you know, you owe them that much. But like, to make agreements and either break them or whatever, the thing of it is also, takeaway here, sorry, I don't mean to start preaching, but when a person flakes, they're not just hurting the person that they're flaking on. Whether they realize it or not, they're hurting themselves. They're hurting their reputation. So you gotta consider your reputation, right, when you do things like this. You know, you may get some short-term pleasure or gratification from like, oh, what a sucker. I wasted all his resources. So fun, right? And it may feel good in the moment, right? But then say, especially if that person knows or happens to know people that you know, other people that you know, and even worse, you may not know that they know those people, and they tell them about you, and you develop a reputation, right? So, and you also, the other thing you do is you also create jaded people, right? So you create distrust. And so that also hurts the person who's flaking, because now, so yeah, and really, when you hurt your own integrity, it leaves a spiritual mark. I don't have any other way of saying it. So, for example, I used to do some things in my life that I wasn't proud of. I'm not going to get into details of what those were, but I stopped doing those things because, yeah, I was getting away with it, but what was it doing to my soul? And, you know, when I do selfish things, it leaves a mark on me, whether I think it does or not. So, like, so I guess that's kind of the lesson of the day, if you will. Like, you know, you pay a price whether you get away with it or not, I guess, when it comes to mistreatment of others. You know, that's what I've learned in my lifetime. So, but anyway, you know what the good news is. Now here's the good news about flaking. If you get somebody that flakes on you, part of it is good news, because you may have just dodged a bullet. And You know, that's the way I look at it. Like, well, I dodged a bullet. I don't want to know somebody that does things like that. You know, I don't want to meet someone who would, you know, who flakes. It's a bad sign, right? So it's, you know, man or woman. I don't want to know people that break agreements. You know, that break agreements lightly without a good excuse or a good reason to do so. And sit there and have the decency to explain to you what happened, because they do owe you that. So, you know, but on the flip side also, you know, you got to accept that flaking is going to happen. And also, like I said, take it as a positive as well. You could take flaking as a positive and be like, okay, well, I wasn't meant to know that person. I shouldn't know that person. And I'm going to be, you know, and I'm grateful. You know, again, we have gratitude that person, you know, that I've learned now that person is like that instead of later on, after I've invested so much into them. So that, anyway, sorry, I had to do a little rant there. I hate flaking. I absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. It's just who I am. You know, I hate dishonesty. I really do. I absolutely hate dishonesty. You know, I try to keep my promises, and if I don't, I either fess up to them and try to make amends in some way. But like, you know, yeah. Anyway, so I think we'll stop here. I'm gonna go work out, and let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go work out, do some sprints. This battle is pretty much over. So when we come back, we're gonna go to war with this guy. And hopefully things will be different here than they ended up being over here. This guy just had way too much territory, just way too much. He got really but I'm hoping that we can clear this guy out faster and get him to accept full vassalization. And then after we vassalize, hopefully, this guy, we're going to go back to this guy and attempt to vassalize him again after the truce is over. And we'll just keep bouncing back and forth between these guys until we get it. Actually, hold on a second here. I just got a text from that person, potential flaker. Be a little late. I forgot that we have a. Okay, I have hangover. Red. That'll be quick. I was drunk last night. I don't know what to think about that. That is... yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. We'll see. We'll see about that. Anyway, thanks for coming out, guys. Love the engagement today. Absolutely great. Thanks for letting me rant. You know, and I will see you next time. For sure. Have a good, man, what day is it? Days kind of blend together here. Have a good Sunday. Evening or morning, wherever you are. Take care.